Welcome back to my channel!
Please subscribe to my channel.
Today, our topic is how to take your hand. Hand is the most busy part of our body. We can't do any work without using our hand. Hand, when neglected, can fall to a different kind of pain issues. Some examples are carpal tunnel syndrome, tennis elbow, golf elbow, trigger finger, can be arthritis on the hand, and more. On my experience being a massage therapy for 12 years, I seen a lot of my co-worker or colleagues that didn't stay as a massage therapy. Some are just 2 years only, or some are 4 years only, and they stopped being massage therapists already. Because as we know, massage therapy using a lot of their work in their hand, arm, and elbow. And if you are not good in taking care of your hand, you're gonna be fall to those common people pain. While you are solving people pain, you should know how to take care of our hand too. And it's not only massage therapy. A lot of people can having trouble also, like if you are texting a lot, doing a lot of computer work, writing a lot, that can also cause stress of your hand muscle. To avoid all those pain issues, we need to learn how to take care of our hand. That's why, let's start. I'll show you one example of too much repetition in hand. When it neglected and not taken care properly, it might end up into a hand injury. Let's look on this wire. Even we don't have cutter or we don't have steel cutter, we can cut this wire into 2 pieces through repetition. All we have to do is just bend it again and again by repetition. Too much work, typing a lot, writing a lot, texting a lot of computer work, long drive, and cooking, cleaning. Our hands get stressed by too much repetition. Playing golf, playing tennis, playing pickerballs, ping pong, bowling. Too much repetition in our hand. See? It turned by itself. Did you imagine? That is what we do to our hand if we don't take care properly. Too much repetition can cause tear in our tendon or muscle. We don't need our hand be painful. We don't need to feel pain before we start to take care of our hand. Start care in our hand is much better as early as possible. We can start some precaution, exercise, stretches, friction, hand wringing, and know how to do or how to use the warm water and cold water properly in our hand. When we wake up in the morning, our hand should not be painful, or it should not be feel numb, or it should not be feel without peeling. The hand should be always relaxed. When hand is painful, it's the way of our body to talk to us when it's pain. Don't neglect it. Do some self-care right away. Every time I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do, at least 3 minutes a day, exercise for my hand. A little bit of shake, shake, shake. Then we need to stretch towards you. Do some slow movement and feel all the stretch very slow. Push it towards you. Then do it like at least 6 times. Then after you do that 6 times, then do the backward side. Then stretch back, stretch back. If we feel any pain, we more do it like longer. Then release very slow. That is the one. And we have to make sure all the time that if we do the stretch 6 times in the left hand, we should make 6 stretch also on the right hand so that it's always balanced. If we do 6 here, then 6 there, then if you do 6 here, then we do 6 there so that it will balance. And this is the one of exercise. If you see it, just simple shaking only our hand, but this shaking of our hands helping our nerves to relax too, releasing our body's stress. And remember, one of the reasons why we put stretch in our hand is to delete the repetitive movement of our hands that we do every day. While we do some stretch and we feel some pain, we need to find that exact pain and do some multi-directional friction. Then, stretch again and find again the pain if the pain getting low. But if the pain is getting low and is still there, we have to redo the multi-directional friction and do some stretch again until the pain was subside. Like example, if the pain is on the wrist, it's nice also, one of the lesion of our work in our hand is put a little twist. Put a little ringing the muscle in the whole arm so that it will relax each fiber of the muscle. Do some ringing. And each of a finger, it is important that we ringing each finger. And if we feel, if there's a time that we ring it and we feel a pain, if we need to find the exact pain and do some multi-directional friction, then ringing it again. Then if the pain is still there, just continue doing it. Sometimes it's nice to put some olive oil or virgin coconut oil and so do some multi-directional friction until the pain was gone and wringing our hand. This is deleting our repetitive movement. Proper care in our hand. Our hand is always work like this, gripping, pulling. So it's always been like this. It's closed. So to stretch or delete the repetition of that working of our hand, it is nice also to do some open stretch. When our hands is always gripping, the stretch of that is to contraindication the movement. When we contraindication the movement, we have to stretch often really wide. Do some one, then relax it again. Then open it very wide again. Feel the stretch on your hand and do relax again. Then open it again. Do some couple of that until the hand feel relaxed. Our hand is straight like that. When we are pulling, it's still straight. So to contraindication that being straight, we can do some opposition. That is also a good exercise for our hand. Do some opposition. And don't forget also to stretch the finger one by one. If you do backward, then you do also in the front. Each finger. And every time we go to our massage therapy, don't forget to remind them to always put also a good work in your hand so that your hand will receive good massage. Every time we go to work, I know some country that they said if their hand is so busy, they don't wash hand because they said in Tagalog, they call it pasma. And they're wondering why every time I do work before and after to my client, I always wash hand. It's okay to wash hand. Because if you not wash hand, you might transferring a disease to other. So washing hand is very important. But we need to take note that if our hand is so busy and tired the whole day, that is getting warm or getting inflamed or getting tired. When our hand is getting tired, that is the time we need to wash our hand with cold water, because when hands are tired, they are warm. Then when you use warm water to wash it, then it will become more inflamed and tired. So we need to wash our hand cold water so that when our hand is tired and warm, it will cool down. When your hand is busy doing a lot of work and you feel painful or tired hand, relax it with ice water or cold water to avoid any hand inflammation. When soaking hand, do not quit after one dip only. Repeat it some couple seconds. In soaking hand in ice, the maximum is at least 5 minutes and the minimum is at least 2 minutes. Do not overdo it. Just enough will relax the hand, reduce swelling and tiredness. This one is a paraffin wax, also known as heat therapy. These are very beneficial in our hand, especially when the muscle and joints in our hand are stiff and very tight. We don't want our hand to be very tight because it's also contribute poor circulation or slowing a blood flow in our hand. When we are not busy and our hands is in relaxed stage, or maybe it's our day off in work, that is the time for our hand heat therapy. This is one of the example of is paraffin wax, but if you don't have paraffin wax, you can substitute lukewarm water with Epsom salt.
Please subscribe to my channel.